16-bit arcade graphics.
The 30th anniversary Genesis does.
The Sega Genesis Mini has been out for a while now, and for those that have hacked it, I thought I would talk about some more great games to add. Be sure to check out my previous video too, there's a lot more excellent games there, and I'll leave a link at the end of this one. Okay, let's start with two games, Rolling Thunder 2 and 3. Okay, I'm cheating by sneaking in an extra game here, but these two run-and-gun platformers are some of the best of its genre on the console. Rolling Thunder 2 in particular has two-player co-op, different weapons, and cutscenes as well. Rolling Thunder 3 is single-player, but sports an incredible amount of weapons, and some vehicle levels to break up the platforming, which is nice. Both games are quite challenging and you can't go wrong with either, so add these two post-haste. For some odd reason, not a lot of people talk about Kadash on the Sega Genesis, but if you're looking for an excellent two-player co-op fantasy game that has some RPG elements in it, this is a must-have add-on. It's on the shorter side, and if you want a more detailed look at the game, then check out the review I did. In the mood for a Japanese exclusive, Thunder Pro Wrestling Retsuden is a side venture from Human Entertainment, you know, the guys that did Clock Tower and the Fire Pro Wrestling games. The roster is a who's who of the best Japanese and American pro wrestlers at the time, and unlike the WWF games, this one is more of a strategic game rewarding well-timed button presses instead of button mashing. It is a ton of fun once you get used to it, and you can easily work around the language barriers, so try this one. In my last video, I mentioned to add rock and roll racing to your Mini. Well, Outrun is another racing game must. The graphics are a little choppy and not as arcade smooth, but the racing is super addictive. Picking the various pathways to get different endings keeps me coming back for more, and the music is outstanding with tracks that will stick with you for a long time. It may be single player, but it's fun to pass the controller around to see who can get the furthest, so don't miss out on this one. Now here's a game that doesn't get much attention, but Jewel Master is your typical platformer from that period. But what separates this game from the others is collecting and equipping rings. See, by mixing and matching them, you'll get different attacks and abilities, like a fire dragon, a wave beam, upgraded speed, and even the ability to double jump. Yeah, the menu is a little annoying to navigate at times, but Jewel Master is a top-notch game with solid music, so give it a try. Now if you want another good racing game that doesn't hold your hand, add Championship Proam to your Mini. This is an upgraded RC Proam on the NES, but the challenge is still intact. In fact, you could say the computer downright cheats with its flagrant rubber banding. That means that it'll catch up to you no matter how far ahead you seem to be. Still, it's a solid racer and one I don't hear a lot of retro gamers talking about, so definitely add this one to your Mini. Okay guys, there's a few more games to hack into your Genesis Minis. Let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think of these ones? I'm Will. For those about to retro, we salute you. Take care.
また一つテレビゲームの神話が生まれる。メガドライブだけに許された超大型ロールプレイングゲームバーンメリオン。